Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a bullet bourbon old-fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Free Table Gamers. I'm your host Colin with the faithful Ashton as always.
Right, I am faithful. Hey guys, how you doing this week?
Alright, starting just because I do have extra topics I did throw in there, but for the most part we're going to try to cover what we didn't cover last week. But starting out with what was left over is Xbox Game Pass and console price increase for Xbox this year.
Yeah,
Well,
so
now.
I don't know if you remember last year, Sony announced that they were increasing the price of the PS5, and they questioned Microsoft, like, are you going to, increase the price of the Xbox? They're like, oh, no, we're not going to, but here they are. Less than a year later, increasing the price, which we knew it would, that's just how it is. Inflation's going up, it costs more to make them. That's just how it works. But, yeah.
On chips.
Yeah, and chip shortage. I told you that McDonald's, man. Chip shortage.
Yeah, I mean, my frappe, I wasn't able to get it because they was missing a chip.
I know, I told you. It's affecting everybody. But, yeah, Microsoft is about to increase the price of the Xbox Series X and Game Pass. It says in a statement sent to the outlet, Carrie Perez, the head of communications at Xbox, confirmed the price hikes. Microsoft will increase the price of its high-end 9th generation console, the Xbox Series X, beginning August 1st. The Verge notes that the pricing will impact most countries, not including the U.S., and I believe also excluding Japan. It's not in here, but I'm pretty sure it's what it is. But it says explaining that the cost of an Xbox Series X will be $479.99 in the UK, $549.99 across the other European markets. In Canada, it will be $649.99, and in Australia, $799.99. It says, important to note that the Xbox Series S will remain the same price at $299.99, which is a good thing. That they're leaving the low-end device, low cost for the generation. So that's good. They're not increasing that. But it says the price of Xbox Game Pass will increase in all countries with the service, including the US and Japan. Beginning July 6th, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will now cost $16.99, a $2 increase, and regular Game Pass will now cost $10.99, a $1 increase. But the price of PC Game Pass will remain at $9.99, so it won't change. Only console and Ultimate will. Like I said, they've had Game Pass out since 2017, and they haven't increased the price at all up to this point, so that's pretty good. Like I said, times are changing, everything's going up, so it's about that time they do increase it. Most companies would have already increased it because once you see something selling well with like Game Pass, most companies would have done it 6 months to a year later, just increase the price a couple dollars or $1 just to make more money. But good for them for waiting and holding out this long on the price increase.
Yeah, because you definitely have a lot more first-party titles from now than what you did in 2017 as well.
Right.
But yeah, everywhere except for the Series S is definitely increasing in price, which is, I feel sorry for the Australians.
Oh my gosh, $800 for an Xbox Series X? Just buy a PC at that point. I mean, really, just buy what I have, a handheld PC.
Yeah, definitely be able to do more with it because you can hop on pretty much every console there is with exclusives where they put out for PC.
Right, exactly. And you can dock it and play it on a TV just the same as you do a console too. So, I mean, might as well just get that instead of a $800 Xbox Series X.
Yeah, it's all up to your preference anyways, which there's still always the Series S to fall back on.
Right. And when I said 299.99, that's for the 512 gigabyte model. 349.99 for the 1 terabyte model. That's I forgot to add that, but that's for the Series S.
Yeah. So basically you pay what, yeah,
$50.
$50 more for a whole half of basically for a whole half memory.
Yeah. Which,
That's not a bad deal.
I mean, the way games are now, just get the 1 terabyte model because, I mean, even on the Xbox One, 500 gigabytes didn't get you very many games. So that's why I had a external hard drive for my Xbox One to hold my games because half a terabyte don't hold much anymore.
Yeah, I think I got like 6 games total, and I think 2 of those 6 games are in the megabytes, not gigabytes. So that tells you a lot.
Right. Your Xbox One S, it's 1 terabyte, isn't it?
Mm-mm,
Is it
it's
not?
500.
Oh, okay. I thought you had the 1 terabyte version.
Mm-mm. Nope, I got the poor version.
Yeah, both my Xboxes are the poor version. But I mean,
All
like I
right.
said, for a 1 terabyte back then, for a 1 terabyte external hard drive was $50. Now it's way more, but back then, $50 for that much of an increase, terabyte and a half, storage wasn't too bad. But times have changed.
Yeah, shoot, I remember with the Xbox 360, it was almost like $200 for a terabyte of memory.
I remember you could do a whole lot with a 16 gigabyte flash drive on Xbox 360. That'll get you a couple games in there.
Yeah, it would. But like I
But
said, over the times, yeah, the any type of memory increase has got a lot cheaper.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's uh you're getting more, but everything's bigger, so it don't make that big of a difference anyways.
you're getting more, but you're not really getting more because
Yeah,
of how everything's going up. So I mean, it's kind of averaging out.
yeah. But if you would have definitely got that 1 terabyte thing for the 360, you
Oh
would
my, you
never.
would have so
You
many
could have probably
games.
got in their library
Yeah, that'd be quite a bit of games.
because I believe most of the Call of Duties were right there at 100 megabytes.
With the DLCs and stuff, I think they were up to like at most 6 gigabytes. That's with everything, not the base game.
Yeah,
That's and even games later in the cycle, they were bigger because Ghost had a 2 discs, an install disc and then a game disc. That's just because the bigger game towards the end of the 360's lifespan. But
but that was just for the 360 because the Xbox One just had one disc on it.
right, yeah, it's just for the 360 and the PS3, I believe, had install discs as well.
Hmm. Which install discs are always hit or miss because I believe the GameCube has some install discs too, doesn't it? A
Um,
couple games.
I'm not.
Metroid had it.
Well,
Prime.
I don't know if it was install discs or if it was just like disc one, disc two. Like they were both game discs, just they had to split it up because there was so much data on those little DVD games.
Yeah,
Same
that makes sense.
concept, but not really an install disc, just 2 game discs, I guess.
Yeah, I guess kind of went off the beaten path a little bit on that topic, but
That's all right.
all right, get back to the topics. New 2D Mario game was announced for the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, that direct was sexy. I'll just get that out of the way right now. But we'll talk about it later. Yeah, so Nintendo has announced Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a brand new mainline 2D Mario game for the Nintendo Switch, launching October 20th this year. The game will feature multiplayer and allow players to take on the role of Mario, Peach, Toad, Luigi, and Yoshi. And new power ups will also be added, including one that turns Mario into an elephant.
That
So,
was
Yeah, it was that was different to see. I never thought I'd see Mario as an elephant, but the multiplayer, the best I can remember, it's just local multiplayer, not online multiplayer. But which I'd like to see a 2D Mario game have online multiplayer. That'd be really awesome because the days of playing Mario locally, for me anyway, are about over. And until Zachary gets older, then we can. But right now, they're pretty much over. Like when I was little, we played the crap out of Mario, locally.
Yeah.
But now, you know, it'd be a whole lot better if we could play it online. But maybe one day, but
Yeah.
not right now.
So I
But
would enjoy like sacrificing randoms instead of sacrificing somebody in your own household.
right, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of sacrificing, but this game, it it's not. It's a different art style than the new Super Mario Bros. Series. So they're changing it up again, going a whole new path. This
Well,
art
it's not even
style,
part of
no, it's not.
it's Mario Bros. Now, Super Mario Bros. Now, like
Yeah,
back to the original name.
right. Yeah, it's a whole different, spin on the franchise now, moving away from the new Super Mario Bros. Name. But it reminds me not necessarily as the art style, but the attention to detail of Super Mario World. How you seen his hat like fly back when he was jumping or running, or they done that. They brought that back, and that's pretty cool. The attention to details back. New Super Mario Bros. Series was fun, but it just felt kind of generic. The first couple, for the DS and the Wii, they were pretty good. But then after that, it just kind of got stale, like the same old, same old. You knew what was going to happen. You knew exactly. I mean, it's like exactly the same amount of worlds, same amount of castles and everything. It's just more of the same. But hopefully
All
they'll,
reskin.
yeah, all reskin, maybe mix up the levels a little bit. But you already knew what the base was. So hopefully they'll do something different with this game. I'm sure it'll be a lot of the same, but just from the trailer, you could see quite a bit of stuff are different. Just how the gameplay and the world interacts around you, and the new power ups. An elephant, that's pretty cool. So I'm really excited for this game. Maybe pick it up, maybe buy it for my birthday, that day one. But if not, I'll get it around Christmas probably.
Yeah, I mean, the elephant don't really surprise me too much, especially in Odyssey, which I know Odyssey is a 3D title. But I mean, you could be a T Rex in that game, so
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
don't
cool.
guess an elephant is too far stretched.
That's true.
But it's the first 2D Mario game to get released for it that's new because Mario Brothers U got reskinned and got like a couple updates for the Switch version. So this is the first standalone 2D title
Right.
for the Switch. If you don't count Mario Makers.
Yeah, they're fun, but they're not a Mario game.
Yeah. Which is still kind of, I mean, seems like that's where they got like a bunch of their ideas from
Yeah.
for the thing, like their creative mentality on it, just how it is.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe they release those games to get ideas from the fan base
Could be.
because you can upload your levels online and everybody can see them. So maybe, I mean, maybe they did. Maybe that was the whole point in those games. Maybe not, but just a fun thought, I guess.
Yeah. But sticking with the Nintendo Direct, what was some of your highlights?
I had a crap ton of them. Like I said, this direct was pretty sexy. So first off, we start the direct with DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I don't play those games, but I know there's a lot of people out there that do. So I was just wanting to point out there is DLC coming. But the DLC shows new areas, characters, and activities in the Teal Mask and the Indigo Mask, or yeah, the Indigo Disc. After this, okay, okay. So after the director was a special event for the game, but a new Splatfest for Splatoon 3 was announced with the theme "What is favorite ice cream?" And there was a Detective Pikachu Returns game announced. That was pretty cool. I didn't play the first one, but I did watch the movie, and the movie was pretty good. It had Ryan Reynolds in it, and he's funny. But
Yeah.
um, okay, it says Pokemon's Best Detective is back and coming to Nintendo Switch on October 6th this year. So that's when Detective Pikachu Returns will release. Super Mario RPG. The RPG was originally released for the Super Nintendo and will arrive on November 17th, 2023 on the Nintendo Switch. So this was a big surprise. A lot of people thought we were going to get Paper Mario Thousand Year Door from the GameCube, and instead they got Super Mario RPG. Once again, not a big RPG person, but the game does look pretty good. I may try it out. Not day one. I'll probably wait for a sale because once again, I don't like RPGs, but maybe this one will change my mind on this since it is Mario and it's such a loved game. I might try it out. An untitled Peach game. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just the graphics on that game. It just seems like a little weird, like how they reskinned it.
Yeah, Mario looks kind of short. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's kind
Kind
of
of looks like a cross in between their original styles and like the Wind Waker design. That's what it kind of like seems like graphic wise.
yeah. Which they changed the graphic style on Link's Awakening too. So when they remade it, so you never know what
Yeah.
Nintendo's going to do with their remakes, what the graphical style is going to be.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
But an untitled Peach game. So for the DS, they had Super Princess Peach. I don't know if you've ever seen it or played it, but it was a game that just obviously starred Princess Peach, and you went around the world, and I believe you ended up saving Mario at the end. So maybe they're making a sequel to that. That was pretty cool to see. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is coming to the Nintendo Switch. It was a game released on the 3DS in 2011, I think. It's been a
11
while.
or 12.
11 or 12, yeah, it's been a while. So definitely happy to see it coming to the Switch because I've played that game, but I've never beat it because my stupid dog that I had chewed up my cartridge, so I never got to beat it. Hate that dog. But happy I don't have her anymore. But anyway, happy to see it come to the Switch so I can finally beat it, and maybe we'll get the first Luigi's Mansion remade for the Switch because they ported it to the 3DS a couple years ago. Well, it's been like 4 or 5 years ago at this point, but seems like it was a couple years ago. So since they're porting Dark Moon over, they can port the original over if they want, or just remake it for the Switch. Either way, it's fine for me. Batman Arkham Trilogy is coming to Nintendo Switch. And it says the Batman Arkham Trilogy is coming with Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, with all their DLCs, and it will come this fall. And it says a demo was made available on June 28th. So the only one I've played is Arkham Knight, and I have it for Xbox One, and it's a pretty fun game, so I may pick up the trilogy eventually just to play all three of them on the Switch on the go. Pikmin 1 and 2 HD, they were remakes, and they were available when the Direct hit last week. So they are available, today to pick up. You don't have to wait for Pikmin 4 if you want to try the. So now Pikmin 1, 2, and 3 are available, and 4 later this year. And then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 5 is introduced with 3 new characters and 8 new tracks. Wave 5 will be available in the summer of 2023. So even though there was no Zelda or Metroid content in this Direct, it was one of the best ones we've had for a while, because the past few, they were good, but I think the reason I thought they were good is because, for one, they had Tears of the Kingdom trailers in them, and 2, we got Metroid Prime Remastered in 1. So this one had 0 Metroid or Zelda content, but it was really, really good. I mean, there was a lot more than I just mentioned. Those are just kind of my highlights. Definitely looking forward to Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Sonic Superstars. I'm looking forward to it as well. That was announced in the Direct. So yeah, a lot to take place and a lot coming this year. So what was your highlights?
Mainly just, Pikmin 4, I doubt I'll play it, but it looked pretty cool for a Pikmin game.
Yeah, poor Pikmin.
And then, of course, Super Mario RPG as well. Because, only tad bit of Pikmin I know about is Omar, and that's because he's an unlockable character on Smash Bros.
Right.
Brawl.
Yeah.
I don't even think Omar's on 4. It seems like, I think they said it was a different name on the thing, I do believe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I've only played 4 a couple times.
But, of course, there was Super Mario RPG, which tossed in a tidbit on. And, of course, we covered it last week with Solid Snake.
Yep.
And all those fun fun stuff that comes with it.
Metal Gear Solid whole collection, man. That's awesome. Never thought I'd see that.
No, be just about as far as we're going to see for Activision and Blizzard coming to Switch too. It seems like.
Yeah.
And then I think Faithform got DLCs as well.
Yeah.
I know we talked about whenever, like the last Direct, it was on like November.
Yep. Reminds me of kind of Farmville-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a good Direct. I was really surprised to not see any Metroid Prime 4 news since we got that leak of that website coming out. Maybe in the next one. Maybe we'll get one in September or one right around holiday or so to promote, some more holiday games.
Yeah, which they could have just kept a secret at time just because where there was so much hype behind it. You know how Nintendo is with too soon of a hype.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that a lot. At this point, people think the game's completely gone because we haven't heard anything since like 2019.
Yeah.
That's really keeping the hype low or building it up.
Yeah. That, and it's technically been development started first thing in 2011. I think so, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they completely crushed everything, made it from the ground up in 2019. Here we are.
Yeah.
4 years later. Haven't heard a single thing.
Yeah. All right, but that's it with the last week's topics. Now we can hop on this week's wild card football game has got announced, and it looks like 2K is the one making it.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool concept. Like NBA Playgrounds, wildcard football will include hundreds of real-life football players, including T.J. Watt, Jalen Hurts, and I can't say that guy's name, and more. But while it features real NFL players, it's not an NFL game, meaning you won't be able to play as, teams, actual teams, so it'd be just players. But it says instead you can create your own customized 7-on-7 team with players, reimagine playground style. The gameplay is reminiscent of arcade classics like NFL Blitz, which we played those games, and with special wild cards granting powers like super strength and invincibility. It will include season play, local multiplayer, and online multiplayer with full crossplay. And there's a lot of people asking, will it have microtransactions? And they go on to say, when it releases, Wildcard Football will attempt to capitalize on demand for a legitimate competitor to Madden NFL, which has had a monopoly on the space for nearly 2 decades now. A new NFL 2K has been in the works since 2020, apparently, they said, but has yet to been fully materialized. Other unlicensed competitors have proven disappointing. The NBA Playground games have enjoyed reasonable reviews, which should give fans some hope for this release. But they say that it will not have microtransactions, but it will have DLC that's already been planned, and it will release on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch on October 10th. So it looks really cool. And we played NBA Playgrounds 2. It's really fun. And so something like that for NFL would be pretty cool. And if 2K's making it, like I said, they obviously made NBA 2K Playgrounds, so they already have that kind of mindset of what it needs to be. And NFL Blitz, we played it, and NFL Street, which NFL Street was really fun, and NBA Street's fun, but NFL Blitz kind of brings more to mind with this type of game.
Yeah, and so how 2K got quote unquote away with this was so for Madden and EA, the NFL has a monopoly on that, but 2K signed with the NFLPA, which is the Players Association.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they got away with finally, quote unquote, taking it away from EA to an extent. So that's how that game was able to come through, is because the Players Association was just like, yeah, well, we're down for that.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of why you can't have the teams, but you can have the players.
Yeah, and that's why the team logos on there are customizable too.
Yeah.
That's a feature on. So the longer you play, you can customize your team logos and everything else. So, like, say for instance, you chose the Eagles. I'm going to choose the Eagles for obvious reasons.
Right.
But choose the Eagles. You can change the Eagles logo however you want to change it. Type of situation. Obviously, there's an extent of what you can change it to based on how the game is. But
Right.
that hasn't got how it's customizable yet. But they said that every team logo is customizable on the game.
That's cool. Yeah, Madden has had a hold on NFL for the longest time game-wise because they signed a deal that nobody else could make an NFL game because 2K used to make NFL games, and
Since '9.
yep, and they just wasn't allowed anymore because of the contract, and that's kind of why the new Madden games kind of suck because they have no competition. If 2K was allowed to make games, there would be competition. Just look what they're doing with NBA 2K. Like they put NBA Live pretty much out of business. Like you never know if they're going to make a game that year or not. So
Yeah.
I think if 2K was able to make an actual NFL game, EA would make Madden a whole lot better because they would have competition.
I feel like the my player mode would be a whole lot harder on 2K than what it would be on EA. Like how you could make your own player back in the day and then do the whole entire franchise thing with your player
Yeah.
in old Madden's, and it seems like a 2K would definitely make it a lot harder to level up your player opposed to what it was before.
Oh
Which
yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but for now we're just sticking with 7-on-7 tournaments.
Yeah.
Which I believe that's how NFL Blitz was set up too. It was a 7-on-7 base from what I remember.
I think so. Best I can remember it was.
All right. I think we got time for one more. Uh, Xbox games with gold in July.
First up, from July 1st, which is day of recording tomorrow, through the 31st is Darkwood. It is an unsettling survival horror game. And then the second game and the last is When the Past Was Around, from July 16th through August 15th. And it is a point-and-click adventure title that explores love and loss. So, as usual, every month I haven't heard of these games, but if you like horror games or depressing games that makes you sad, you can play these games if you want. Personally, I think I'm going to take a pass and not worry about it. But yeah, they're there, and we informed you about them. We've done our job, so play them if you want.
Yeah. I mean, survival horror, I mean, that was kind of I'm trying to think. I mean, a Dead by Daylight type of situation or Friday the 13th. So, I mean, it would be an adrenaline pumping game. So, I mean, it would automatically be fun in itself.
Yeah.
But it's basically just, it's that, but it's a indie version of those games.
Right. Yeah.
Which, I know some indie titles are probably some better games than AAA titles.
Oh, yeah.
But in time, it could be, it could be a hidden gem if you wanted to go out there and if survival horror is your thing.
Right. Yeah, you never know until you try it, so try it. It's free if you have gold already.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the least depressing one. Get your heart racing a little bit.
Yeah. And the other one is literally depressing.
Yeah, that one definitely, I will agree with you on that one. But again, it could be a hidden gem, and our viewers can tell us about it.
Yeah. Join our Discord and tell us how wrong we are about these games.
That's right. Communicate with us.
Yeah.
I think that's all the time we have today, because if I decide to do this last topic, it'll probably be a whole nother podcast, time-wise.
Oh, yeah. It's a long one. I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, I do too. That's why we'll probably just cover it week after next, because Ashton's taking a week's vacation, so we won't be able to. We won't have a new episode out next week.
Right.
Well,
following week.
Yeah.
This will release Tuesday. Yeah.
Live.
Right. But because I'm going on vacation, there won't be one the following week.
Yeah, the week after this releases, there won't be an episode.
Yep. But we'll be back the week after that.
All right. Other than that, follow our socials at TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Trying to think. I think that's about it. Redbubble for our merch, and I think that's about it.
Yep. And join our Discord, and you can always listen to us live on YouTube and Twitch. My personal Twitch and Kick, and YouTube, and yep, covered it all.
Alrighty. Later, guys.
Catch you guys week after next.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.